Hello again, loyal subjects. It is I, your divine imperator, bringing you Dutchmen Cometh. Now, where we last left off, those bastard French were trying to take Amsterdam, but I say to them this: they are not having our cannabis. Yeah, I decided, why am I leaving units outside the walls, just to get butchered by a pretty big French army? Actually, their cavalry seems pretty good, but, cavalry don't mean shit in a siege battle. Yeah. God, I mean, the forces arrayed against me, over 2,000 angry frogs were going to get thrown at me. This was going to be difficult. But nevertheless, the strength of my bluecoats will hold firm. So now, let's do this! And as their massive columns of white come forward, and with their somewhat useless cavalry running around, their artillery opens fire upon my walls to try and break in a hole for their troops to move through. Wait a minute, we're 1 minute 23 seconds in. Oh, bollocks, I've got another 26 minutes. Joy, well, hopefully my voice won't get tiring. Okay, so I decided to give my mortars the order to fire on those nasty cannons, which were being a pain in the butt. But, yeah. So, my infantry standing bravely on the walls, like trees in a storm. Actually, the trees didn't do too well last night in that bloody storm. I mean, God. The trees all over the bloody railway tracks, and I didn't get home for a while. And now my soldiers unleash their load upon an unsuspecting foe. Brammo! Like Skittles they go. Oh, it would appear one of my units has taken damage. Disastrous. Oh, the buggers are trying to flank me. Not today! And yet as I move my cavalry to the right flank to make sure that no one's going to flank me today. Meanwhile, his artillery stand back at range, pounding away, whilst his cavalry just, again, runs around quite uselessly, because, let's be honest, cavalry are not helpful in this situation. And behold, already the cowards amongst them show themselves, as their resolve falters. But yet, I will say this, I am being faced with by a noble opponent today. He is both tenacious and competent. Well, maybe. But anyway, so already I'm seeing some white flags flashing, and that means they're going to start running. It's pretty ironic with the French flag, it's white. Oh dear, here we go. They come! Brace yourselves, men. Brace yourselves for Holland! This is where the struggle that takes place, that wins or loses this battle. So it is for the future of the Dutch people that I must hold firm here. Because actually if I lose this, well, I'll lose the flipping game. Which is never a good thing, although that would be pretty funny actually to see His Holy Majesty flip out in such a manner. And already they pound away at my wall. However, that's not really going to do shit, because it doesn't actually make a hole in the wall. That was a terrible TV series, but it's still gonna kill a few of my men. So as you can see, the vast amount of French uniforms milling around that bit there that I'm currently looking at. I don't know what that regiment was doing there, but I don't know, I decided to put them back where they should be. Anyway, my soldiers were standing firm. And already another unit was routing, and already we were unleashing our loads upon a foe that could not shoot back. Now, it was unfortunate that a particular unit had positioned itself in such a way that it took forever to run. But do never doubt the courage of a man wearing clogs, as these fools will soon learn. And already my troops fall in. They rush like this swarming mass of blue into the already outnumbered French attackers on the wall. Well, I mean, they do outnumber us, but on the wall they don't, and wall attacks are always bloody. Which is why always bash down the walls before you attack. It's better if you have mortars, just... Actually, as I said, I do hate mortars except when I'm using them. And alas, perhaps the sheer mass is too great for my soldiers. Unfortunately for the French, however, I have another unit very close by. Hexvelamus! Yeah, they did not stand a chance. Boom. This battle is kinda going my way, but it's too early to say. And now they try to rush another unit to try and break the hold. But nothing can break my iron resolve, as they will soon learn. And they have literally dropped like flies. I mean, look at all those bodies. And meanwhile, the battle rages here, as they now deploy their elite infantry. Oh, they're going the wrong way, idiots, but never mind. So now, we are truly fighting for our survival here. But we don't know, this little section of wall will be a piece of land that will forever live in the minds of the Dutch people. For it is here that their nation was saved. It is here that the forces of darkness were driven back, or the forces of stupid uniforms. It is here that heroes were made. There's very little that the French can do there, but try and break through, but of course the result will never have been in doubt. Of course, this a unit of militia is trying to flank me, if that is militia, I can't see from here. Roxio's good, but it's very hard. This is on a very small screen for me, so can't quite see everything. But I know one of my units has taken very heavy casualties. Their names will be remembered on a great memorial I shall construct. Alas, you can't construct any memorials to battles. What's with that? But anyway, with my somewhat bloodied unit now having to face another French force trying to climb up after they've just routing en masse. Oh, but here I could see that yes, we could win this battle. We could win this. Despite the terrible casualties, we could win this. Oh, sorry. Forgive me, it is 10:15 in the morning. And it's heaving down with rain outside. Good God. Just to let you know, this little video, this was made on the 26th of January 2014. So that'll give you an idea of why the weather's so bad. Yeah, this battle lasts for flipping ages. I am not joking. Ah yes, it would seem that cavalry were just milling around there for no apparent reason, so I decided to use my great mortars on them, which are hopelessly inaccurate. God, they are pretty useless, and already the French show their true colours as they flee before my walls. For no one can stand against me, as I would have taught those French on Martinique. However, some bloody British came along and nicked it before I could get it. Oh well, bloodshed for them. I can go focus on those pirate islands now. Go finish them off, because they were a pain in the arse. And one really annoying factor in all this, there was this one French unit which just positioned in such a stupid manner I couldn't get at them, and it took ages to rout them, which is one of the reasons this video is so bloody long. They make a desperate charge is being made. Your heroism is noted, but wow, we're already running. We did one volley at quite a long range, and you're running away already, you pussy-ass weaklings. So, yeah, this has gone very much in my favour. We're just having one problem with those chaps over there. But, apart from that, all is really rather well. Yeah, what's left of my units, because good God, it was a bloodbath up there. Yeah, Swan Regiment has not been doing too well due to them being hammered away at on the wall by some artillery. But still, their resolve is strong. My resolve is strong, and I am proud to lead these men to greater glory. Yeah, this unit just... Why did it have to position itself there? It's not a good firing angle. It's not a good angle to be fired at from any of my troops, so... I attempted to move a unit up to this part of the wall so we could shoot at them properly, but remember, this is Empire Total War and bullshit lies everywhere. Yeah, I don't know why they're not firing, but God knows. So as they reload my cannon with my dashing officer, seriously, officers look a hell of a lot better in this, giving orders about where to fire a stationary cannon that's never going to get moved. And already my units open fire on something I can't see is moving around. And now we take a look at all the bodies, all the blood that has been shed. But it is the price that must be paid for our nation's survival. I love the colour blue. It is just the best colour ever. Yeah, and they're standing around like idiots. Don't ask me why. Remember, Empire Total War, glittery and bullshit lie everywhere. And whilst this unit is peppering away at me at range, and they aren't really doing much, let's be honest, I believe his cavalry make the foolish mistake of getting too close to the wall. Meanwhile, this quite heroic regiment is still holding on, but their numbers are just falling rapidly, whilst this really annoying regiment on my right flank is just being a pain in the butt. Oh, they waver, but they hold on. What I could do with such a unit of men. Wait, I do have units of such men. My entire army has shown their courage and heroism this day. Yeah, Dutch line infantry actually pretty good in this game, I will say that. Yeah, that unit's not taken too many casualties. Actually, that unit's taken massive casualties. I'm not talking about the brave chaps there, I'm talking about the chaps to the left flank. Meanwhile, the men here, they fight off with that awkwardly placed unit, which is really annoying, but there's nothing I can do. Meanwhile, my mortars start to bombard their artillery again. Those two guns have been a pain in the butt. I don't quite know what to do with all this cavalry, but oh well. They're going to have to run soon enough. Even with that amount of bravery, they couldn't hold on. Oh, I'm yawning again. God, I should not have gone to bed that late last night. Oh, if you want to know, I didn't get into bed until about 12ish last night. Civilization 5. Most addictive thing ever. Don't worry, a Let's Play of that will come soon. Well, I've appeared to have done this with minimal casualties, so all is pretty damn well here. Now, here's a funny thing for you during a lull in the fighting. When I first played this, after the battle had finished, I kind of forgot to save, which was really annoying, but so I had to refight the whole thing again. However, I didn't record that for you. You can just see this, and the results are roughly the same, so I saved there, so there will be a few minor differences in the next episode, just to let you chaps know. Meanwhile, these... what are they doing? They can't do anything. Cavalry. That's why you don't spam cavalry. 4 extra regiments of infantry might have come in bloody useful. Oh. The heroes make a charge. Your nation will remember you. And we will remember you as implacable foes. Most noble of men. Most noble of foes. Most noble of enemies. And so, my units move into position to give them a devastating volley to prevent the charge of this implacable enemy. I don't believe it. I just gave you a nice speech and you're running away. You're running away, you little dickheads. Ugh. So, reloading my guns, and we unleash our load upon them. And they topple down, but they flee, which is good. That's another unit I don't have to deal with. And now... I remember his cavalry did something pretty stupid at some point, but... oh yeah, this is where we unleashed hell. So yeah, his Guindome, really, really crap cavalry. I never use them. And now they just start getting struck down by my muskets and cannons. And they are forced to flee, soon enough. Alas, which is really annoying, this is a situation that can be fled from, so... god damn it. Yay! Less than 10 minutes to go! If you've stuck around this long, thank you. That, if you like the video that much, thank you very much. It's appreciated. Now, I really couldn't do anything about that unit there, because the chap on the other side had spammed a large amount of cavalry, so I couldn't put any units outside, and now they make the foolish decision of charging my walls. This has been the breaking of the French army so far. I mean, God, they've just been cut down in their thousands outside the walls of Amsterdam. I don't recall Amsterdam having any walls to begin with, to be honest. Meanwhile, that unit still being a bugger on the flank. But this one can do... it can't do shit, pretty much. Of course, his cavalry still uselessly mill around near the woods. My infantry prepare to unleash their load and take these fools for a trip on the train of doom. You said it. So, these... I don't know what they were doing with these cavalry, but... God knows, I mean, if you're going to attack a city, why would you have so many cavalry units? 4x units of infantry might have been my undoing here, but... God knows. So, this small unit on my right flank, it must have known that, you know, battle's over, we better run while we can. And already their second to last infantry unit's doing a runner. God, look at all those bodies. Why do I feel responsible? Yeah, it's really annoying because only a few of my men can fire at them, so that's just a few who go down every now and again, but they bugger off in the end. Eventually. Well, we still have another 6 minutes to go, so God flipping well knows. Hey, I know I did this yesterday. At last. I think I skipped a very long amount of time. At last these fools attempt to assault my walls, but it is in vain. For one unit cannot take the walls of Amsterdam. No army has ever breached the gates of the Hornburg. Oh, sorry Theoden, I just stole your line. So, up they go, in an almost futile gesture. Unfortunately, one of my weaker units was on the wall, so I decided to move them. Because, well, they'd suffered enough. If you excuse me. I think I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, got a runny nose and all that. Ugh, it's nasty. So yeah, I run one of my units who have been less damaged by this great and terrible battle. Oh, and they waver already. This day is truly mine. It is truly mine. Their cavalry can't do anything. Perhaps their artillery might batter down the walls and they can do a cavalry charge, but that'll be futile. That will just end up wiping out another perfectly good unit. Why do I keep pronouncing things wrong? It's so bloody annoying. So, yeah, his guns have done real jack shit for him. And I don't even think they're firing anymore. Poor guys. Whilst these men bravely climb to their deaths. And they are going down like skittles. Ugh. Perhaps all these units that the French brought against me, over 2,000 men, perhaps there was some kind of damage control preventing me from actually attacking from them, but alas, I'm just too good, because it doesn't mean shit. And already they're running away. What, you're just gonna stare at me like retards, are you? You can't do anything. No one can do anything. You've lost. Fool! Yeah. I like playing as the Dutch. I really do. They're a fun faction to play as. Oh! Ah, yes, I remember. One unit of Chevaugoux decided to be dumbass to the extreme and just run the gauntlet pretty much with all my muskets peppering away at them, and they're going down like bloody skittles. What the hell were they thinking? I don't know. Did they think they could climb the wall? The AI has thought it could do weirder shit in Empire Total War, believe me. So yeah, they're at the bottom of the wall now and getting shot down. God, what were they thinking? I mean, Chevaugoux are crap cavalry. I will say that. They are crap cavalry. Yes, I was amassing my horsemen to charge out of the walls and deal the death blow to his horsemen, and then run down his artillery, because I didn't want those things facing me in another battle. My guns have been relatively undamaged during this. They haven't really been used. So yeah, I gave the order to charge, whilst the cowards here flee. Yeah. There is not much of a more beautiful sight than watching a foe run away. And that is more like it. That is absolutely more like it. I mean, I think I deserved that. A decisive victory. Let's see how well we did. Wow! I did better than I thought. Rather impressed with that. Wow, they took terrible losses, so off they go. Go back to France, you bastards, and don't come back. That's why no one screws with the Dutch. Nobody screws with the Dutch. Oh. Wow, natural causes. Wow. Ha! Oh, what a surprise. So, yeah, one of my greatest generals fought his greatest battle, then died of natural causes, yeah. Life sucks. This new general, he has a task ahead of him. To defeat the French army. Yay, my economy's back up again. Glorious. Meanwhile, this quite badly damaged French army has just stopped in the Rhineland. But soon I'll take the fight to them. Alas, that cannot be done now. I will crush them another time. But anyway, this has been your Divine Imperator. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, or else.